What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Starting the day off with a little bit of a superset action, you could call it. The Duramax needs an oil change. We've never changed the oil on this truck, unfortunately. Usually whenever I buy a new vehicle, I try to do all the fluids, but on this thing we have not touched any of the fluids, to be completely honest. There's a little thing on the dash that says we have 5% of oil life remaining. So I figured I'm just gonna go ahead and change it right now, get that out of the way. Running some Rotella T6 1540. Pretty sure this thing takes 10 quarts of oil, so the 3 gallons should be enough because there's 4 quarts in a gallon. And then a good old Napa Gold filter. So we're doing that, and then we gotta figure out these freaking cam gears. We've been trying to Cerakote these things since yesterday. Every time I put them in the oven and bake them, there's a little bit more oil that comes out. So I let them soak in gasoline overnight to hopefully like disperse some of that oil. Pull them out, sprayed them off with brake cleaner. I'm gonna go ahead and sandblast them, throw them back in the oven, and I'm pretty confident that this time around, we should be good. I wanna get these cam gears finished up because after this, there's no more Cerakoting required, which is gonna be nice because we've Cerakoted way too many parts. All right, let's see if we can't find this here drain plug. Is it under this giant skid plate? Probably. All right, we found the drain plug. There she is, looks like it's a 13 mil. And then I'm guessing that is the engine oil filter. Cool, that was easy. Let's see if we can do this without making a giant mess like we usually do. Yeah, we just got sprayed with oil everywhere. It was splashing up all out of the pan. Beautiful start to the morning, just beautiful. All right, let's let that oil change. Let's let the oil drain all the way, and then we can fill it back up. Let's take a look at these cam gears real quick though. I'm hoping there's no oil coming out. This, oh my gosh, why does this keep happening? No matter how many freaking times I give up, I'm done. We got the truck all finished up. We're finishing up our rattle can job right now on the cam gears, which is a little bit ghetto, but it was really the only option that we had. So I'm going through and opening up some more of these JD Customs parts. We got the coil unplug setup installed. I'm kind of just wanting to mock everything up on the head to see how it's all gonna look, to see if the blue and the yellow are gonna flow. So we got the coil unplug set up on there. We got our oil cap set up on there. We got this, the fuck is this thing called? The valve cover heat shield that I'm about to open up. Seems beautiful. Is this titanium too? It's gotta be. She's light. Oh, and Jared's in the shop, by the way. What's up, Jared?
What up?
People have been wondering where you been. Where the hell you been?
Working.
Working. Dude, that looks good. Oh, yes. Bam. How do they make that so nice? Maybe bolt this thing on there. I should be wearing gloves, but I don't want to. It's like bolting it on. That's a clean looking setup. What else we got in here? I was gonna wait to open all this up as we were putting the car back together, but I just couldn't wait. So we have all that stuff we just put on there. That's like some nice things, you know? The strut tower hardware, and then a full hardware kit. This is for like the headlights, the fenders, the bumper. What else? I don't know, a lot. Got a lot going on there. This guy here is for the brake reservoir cap. We already have like a plastic one that someone made for us, but we can put that one on the black 8, and then we can put this blue, the titanium one on the blue 8 because they'll match better. Radiator brackets that we pulled out yesterday. Dude, another part for the head. Damn. So this cam position sensor shield's gonna sit right about like that. This thing's coming together. I cannot wait. Some valve stem caps. Oh, here they are. Yeah. And then what we were gonna do yesterday, but we didn't get the cam gears done in time. These are the cam gear bolts. I think they just came out with these things. So these on the new cams with the rattle can cam gears should look pretty sick, especially under the clear cover. Look at that boy. That should look pretty nice. So yeah, that's everything we picked up from JD Customs. There's some other stuff as well. Bumper quick release, and then a gauge overlay for the gauge cluster. If you guys want to pick up any of this stuff, Devin Niemela 10 will save you 10% off. And as you can see, it's very beautiful. So grab you some. I think my favorite thing is probably this oil cap. It just really sets off that yellow and blue combo. Drop a comment below. What do you guys think of the yellow and blue? At first I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but now that we have everything together, I think it's gonna look pretty good. And I know we talked about this yesterday, but yeah, I think it's all gonna come together and flow fairly nicely at the end of the day. All right, moving on to the next project of the day. We have this front case, or like the oil pump setup that we need to go through, get everything cleaned up on here. We also have the throttle body that we need to throw new seals in. And so these two pieces, we just gotta get these 100% for when this thing starts to go back together. So we're gonna start with the throttle body first. There are a few things that we have to do on this thing, specifically run through, get it cleaned up with brake cleaner. And then we have, let's see, we got a TPS, idle air control valve, the actual throttle shaft, and the plate. Don't mind the noise over here. It's Jared taking photos. Map sensors for the intake. The intake also has this fuel pressure regulator solenoid, but we aren't gonna be running that. So this guy can go in the garbage, and we can actually de-pin the harness for this and the EGR and the EVAP and a ton of other stuff that's in the harness that we can just clean everything up. So yeah, let's run through, get this thing cleaned up with brake clean and get it fully assembled with, of course, new throttle body shaft seals. So the throttle body's all finished up. We got the sensors on. There is just the idle air control valve and then the TPS. We decided to go with all new hardware because all the old hardware is fairly crusty. So picked up some new hardware for it, and that's how it turned out. So before we're done with that, I do want to throw it on to the intake manifold and just to see how everything's gonna look. We are 100% finished up with the intake setup, intake manifold, throttle body, everything is good to go. All new hardware everywhere. The 4-bar Omni map sensors on, all the throttle body sensors are on. We're good to go. This thing's 100% ready to be bolted onto the motor. Cool deal. Before we move on to the next part, I have been reading comments on, I think it was a video 2 days ago. Not a lot. Some people are saying that the cylinder head needs to go in the garbage because we sandblasted it and that we'll never get the sand out of the head. So the cylinder head shop that I actually brought the head to, every head that they go through, they sandblast the head. So even if we didn't sandblast it, the head was previously sandblasted. And I'm sure that a cylinder head shop that does this for a living, if they sandblast the head, I'm sure it's fine. Like I understand what you guys are saying, but with enough cleaning, like we did, we spent hours cleaning the head out, I know it's gonna be fine. And I know that because we've actually done it in the past. We've sandblasted heads in the past, and I've never had a failure issue with sand being stuck in a head. Obviously, if you just blast it, not do anything cleaning afterwards, you'll have major issues. Let's go ahead and throw together this front case right here. This thing's completely bare. There's not a single part on here right now. So this thing needs to be gone through, get all new seals installed onto this thing. And that's one of the last parts that we have to assemble. Both the oil pump case and the oil filter housing are finished up. I need to figure out what we're gonna do for hardware on this guy here. Those things are pretty crusty, so maybe pick up some new hardware for those pieces there. I wish I had more stuff zinc coated or zinc plated. There was a lot of pieces like those 2 bolts there, which we could easily replace, but if we had those zinced, these plugs, that cap, all the hardware pretty much zinc plated, that would have been perfect. But we spaced it and we kind of forgot on some of this. But these are all finished up, they turned out good. Well guys, some stuff came up and we are forced to leave the shop super early today. There's not bad stuff that came up, there's good stuff that came up. I needed to run up to my brother Austin's house and grab the car trailer, get it all loaded up on the truck. Yeah, you guys will see why. The trailer is secured. We do need to do a little bit of work on this thing before we make a little road trip with it. We gotta grease the wheel bearings, we gotta check all the tire pressures, make sure the tires are good, because no one really uses this trailer. This is my dad's trailer. He's had it forever. No one really uses it except for me when I buy weird stuff. So yeah, let's get this thing situated. I guess we're transforming from a car channel or a Evo channel to a car trailer channel tonight. Okay, the trailer should be good to go. The bearings are greased, tire pressure is good. Made sure all the lights work. We finally have tabs on this thing. I remember last time I used this trailer, those tabs were expired for like 5 years. Of course, I was the one to get pulled over using it, and it was a pretty fatty ticket from what I remember. Next objective is we gotta get this new ball on our receiver. The shaft on the ball that I have right now is a 1 inch. We need a 1 1/4. So this is a 1 1/4. For the very first time, we're tapping into the 3/4 drive SK tool set. At first I thought I would never use this, but here we are using it on this giant ball. I knew I wouldn't use this 3/4 drive setup too much, but when you do need it, it sure is handy to have. Really wish we had that setup when we were doing the truck lift. We could have used that a lot because yeah, there's a lot of big bolts and nuts and everything on that truck. If you guys are interested in any sort of SK tools, they make the highest quality tools out there. I will have my discount code on the screen to save you 25% off. And we may or may not be having a giveaway coming up pretty soon with some SK tools. So stay tuned for that if you guys want some goodies. We are pretty much all ready to hit the road. I know I haven't said anything about what we're doing, but we have a car trailer. So I'm sure you can imagine what we are up to. The only other thing that I wish we had right now was a bigger drop hitch. We only have like I think it's like a 4 or 5 inch drop on the truck right now. And we're kind of wheeling the trailer around. We need like a 8 inch drop. But this is all we have, and as you can see, it's pitch black. No one's open right now, so it is what it is. Go down in the comment section below and drop a comment and take a wild guess as to what we are up to. Well, obviously we're buying a car. That's kind of a no-brainer, but take a wild guess as to what we're buying or what you'd like to see us buy. Like, what would you like to see on the channel? Go drop a comment. That is gonna be a wrap for today. I feel like it was one of those days where we couldn't get a lot done. We were about to get a lot done, but then plans changed, and it's okay because we're up to some good stuff here. Peace out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.